Welcome yogis, thank you for tuning in. My name is Dominique and today I will be guiding you through a yoga for hips practice. We will use a yoga block in this practice, however this practice is still accessible without one. The block will be placed at the top of our mat as that is where we will grab it from whenever we incorporate it into our practice. The hips are known for holding a lot of tension and sometimes even emotion. So as we move through this practice, if anything starts to come up for you, please honor that, be patient with yourself, and proceed without judgment or attachment. We will get started in a broken bridge, so take a few moments and make your way onto your back. As you arrive into the starting position, back body will be on the earth with knees bent, feet planted on the mat. Feet will walk out to the width of the mat and the knees will knock into one another. Arms can be alongside the body out to a T, or they can find a goalpost shape. We'll take just a few moments here to center and to come to the mat. Let go of any thoughts or actions that may have happened prior to coming to the mat. And give yourself this time to be here for you. Allow your awareness to shift towards the breath. Notice the depth. Notice the cadence. Allow the breath to lengthen. And direct the breath to the belly space. If you would like to set an intention for this practice, you may do so now. And then we'll start with a few rounds of cleansing breath, so empty the breath completely. Together we inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, let that go. 2 more times, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, sigh, release. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Seal the lips. You can cultivate Ujjayi with the restriction of the back of the throat. If eyes are closed, allow them to flutter open. Release the knees away from each other, then find a windshield wiper left and right. Gentle opening of the hips as the knees sway to the left and to the right. And the next time that the knees knock over towards the right, allow your legs to stay there. Release the legs. Perhaps the gaze goes to the left. Gentle hip opener here as you breathe. See if you can find space by directing the breath into the left side of the body, into the left rib cage. Notice any length that you may find all throughout left hip. Then gaze will come back to center. Invite that windshield wiper to the left and the right again. The next time the knees fall towards the left, allow them to stay there. Perhaps the gaze goes over towards the right. Same thing on this side. Perhaps you try to breathe into right side body, finding length through the right side rib cage to find a little bit more of a stretch through the right hips. One more full round of breath. Then gaze comes back to center and find that windshield wiper left and right. We'll release that windshield wiper, knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. You can rock side to side. Then feet will plant, knees up towards the ceiling. Left foot stays planted, bring that right knee in towards the chest. We work into a half happy baby as left hand comes to left hip, right hand to either right ankle, right blade of foot, or yogi toe lock right toes. Allow that right side to open up. Left hand assists to keep the hips level. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Then release the grip, right knee back into the chest. You can bring that right ankle on top of left leg, figure 4 shape, and perhaps that right hand helps to open up that right hip. Then we'll bring that right knee into the chest one more time. Plant right foot to the earth. Left knee this time. Give it a squeeze in towards the chest. Right hand, right hip. Grab for either left toes, left ankle, or left blade of foot as you make your way into your half happy baby. Right hand helps to keep the hips level. And find length as you breathe in this left side. 2 more full cycles of breath. Then release the grip. Left knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Outside left ankle on top of right leg. You can use that left hand to help open up left side. Left knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Left foot plants, arms alongside the body. You can walk those feet in closer to the glutes, flat back on the earth, scoop the pelvis, press through the heels, peel up vertebrae by vertebrae for a bridge pose. Hamstrings, glutes, and quads are engaged to keep you lifted. Inner thighs engaged to bring the thighs closer to one another. Think of zipping up and in through pelvic floor. Breathe here for 3, 2. Last breath. Then you can lift the heels to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Knees into the chest, find a rock, back and forth. And we're gonna pass through tabletop straight to a down dog as hands plant, step it back, hips to sky. Take a moment, pedal out your feet, find length. Check in with your breath here. And then begin to find stillness. We'll lift both heels and drop the heels over towards the left to find length through right side body. 1 round of breath here. Then we bring it back to center. Inhale, lift the heels again. On your exhale, heels drop towards the right, open up left side body. 1 round of breath. Then inhale, lift, exhale, settle, down dog. You can find another pedal or stay in stillness. 1 more round of breath. Then left foot towards center line. Inhale, lift that right foot up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, open up right hip, scorpion sting, shoulders frame, top of mat. You can stay here with a static hold, or you can find some hip circles on this side, 3 in one direction and then the other. We'll meet back in that scorpion sting. Inhale here, scorpion sting. Exhale, tap right knee, right elbow. We inhale, send it back 3-legged. On your exhale, right knee, right elbow, hold. Step right foot outside of right hand. Lower right knee to the earth, untuck right toes. Left hand stays planted. Inhale, lift that right hand up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, drop a right hand back. We stay here and we breathe. Your choice if you would like to take the bind and bend through left knee to grab for left foot. Gaze is beyond right shoulder. 2 more full rounds of breath. If you have the bind, release. Then we all inhale to sweep that right hand overhead. Exhale to plant right hand inside of right foot. Tuck left toes, lift left knee. We're in a high lizard lunge. You can rock forward and back. Then find stillness. Cupcake the fingertips to find more space between the body and the mat. We will step left foot outside of left hand, so lift the hips first, and then begin to drop them down into a Malasana yogi squat. We have our block, so you are welcome to use your block underneath the seat. You can place it on its highest setting and sit onto the block. Perhaps you would like to find full length through the spine and keep the arms with tension inside the knees. If you feel like you are ready for a little bit more than this, then of course you can always lower the block to its next setting or release the block completely. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Then begin to press through the heels. Engage those glutes as if you're coming up from a squat. Very slowly begin to press through the heels up to a mountain. Then we heel toe the feet underneath the hips. Inhale, arm sweep up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, grab for left wrist with right hand, side body bend towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. On your exhale, other side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant. Your choice to inhale and step back straight to a down dog, or you can move through a vinyasa flow as you step back to a plank. Your choice on the exhale for knees, chin, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale for a high cobra or up dog. Then we all meet back in a down dog. You can pedal through the feet or stay static. 2 full rounds of breath. That right foot moves closer towards the center of the mat as you inhale and lift left foot up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, bend at that left knee, open up the hip, scorpion sting. Your choice to stay static or find hip circles. We'll move 3 in one direction and then the other. Eventually, we all meet in that scorpion sting. Squeeze through that left glute. We inhale. Exhale, tap left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it back for a 3-legged dog. Exhale, tap left knee, left elbow. Step left foot outside of left hand. Lower right knee, untuck right toes. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, lift that left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop it back. Your choice to hold here with the twist, or you can take the bind as you lift that right knee. The side might feel different, that's okay. Breathe here. See if you can let go of tension in the face. Perhaps you wiggle the jaw. And then if you have the bind, release. We all inhale, sweep that left hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant left hand. We tuck right toes and lift right knee. Inhale. Exhale to hold. You can find a rock forward and back as you breathe here. Find the cupcake through the fingers to find more space between body and the mat. Lift the hips as you lift that right foot up. Sit the glutes down, Malasana pose. Perhaps you find a bit more depth earlier in this posture. So breathe here in whichever variation you would like, whether that is with the block or without the block. 2 more full rounds of breath. And then begin to engage through the glutes. Press the heels into the mat. Slowly lift yourself up to standing. Then heel toe those feet so that they are underneath the hips. Inhale, gather energy, arms sweep to the sky. This time we side bend towards the left to start, and right foot will come off of left side of mat as you grab for right wrist with left hand. Breathe here. This time we hold in the side body stretch. Your next inhale will bring you back to center. Exhale to the other side, left toes off of right side of mat. Grab for left wrist with right hand. Breathe, find length. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale for either down dog or vinyasa, your choice. There's no rush. We all meet in down dog. Weight shifts to center as you find stillness in your down dog. Then that left foot comes in towards the center. Inhale, lift right foot towards the ceiling. Exhale, open up the hips, scorpion sting. Inhale here. Exhale, tap, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, send it back, three-legged. Exhale, tap, right knee, right elbow. Step right foot outside of right hand. High lizard lunge this time. Go ahead and locate your block as we will hold in this high lizard lunge. You can bring the block underneath the arms. You can bring the block underneath the hands. You can change the block to different settings. So many variations here. We'll hold here for about another 3 rounds of breath. And then begin to walk yourself up. Palms find their way onto the mat. Begin to lower that left knee to the earth underneath left hip. Untuck left toes. We inhale, sweep that right leg back. On your exhale, think fire hydrant as you bend right knee out towards the right. Hold here, breathe. Find strength in that right hip. Weight shifts to center line, 1 more round of breath. Then we bring that right foot back outside of right hand, tuck the left toes, lift left knee. We'll step that left foot outside of left hand, drop down to Malasana. This time, right hand will plant outside of right leg, extend that left hand up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Breathe into the belly space. Then we release, prayer hands to chest, engage the glutes, press through the heels, slowly press yourself up. Heel toe the feet underneath the hips for mountain pose. Then we inhale, lift the arms towards the ceiling. On your exhale, left foot behind the right leg, side body stretch. We will not hold this time. We flow. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, your choice. Step it to a plank or down dog, either vinyasa or skip it. Down dog is where we all meet. Perhaps you take a round of cleansing breath with an inhale through the nose and an exhale out the mouth. Right foot towards the center of the mat. Inhale, lift left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open up the hips, scorpion sting. Inhale here. Exhale, tap left knee, left elbow. Inhale, send it back, three-legged. Exhale, tap left knee, left elbow. Step it outside of left hand for high lizard lunge. Locate your block. We have a few rounds of breath here in high lizard. You can take the same variation on this side or a different one, whichever works best for you and your body. Sometimes each side is not equal, it's different, and that's okay. Honor that. Another full round of breath. And then begin to bring those palms back to the earth if they're not already there. Place the block aside if you were using it. Lower that right knee underneath right hip. Untuck the toes. Inhale as you sweep that left leg back. On your exhale, think fire hydrant, left knee out towards the left. Hold here and breathe. Weight shifts to center line. Obliques are turned on. Gaze is down to the mat. One more full round of breath. And then step that left foot outside of left hand. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. We step up for our Malasana. You can use the block here again if you would like. This time, left hand outside of left foot. Inhale, lift that right hand up towards the ceiling. We hold here. Bring right hand to meet the left. Press through the heels, engage the glutes, come to standing. Then heel toe the feet underneath the hips. Mountain pose, inhale. Gather energy, we'll skip the side bend this time. On the exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, your choice, Vinyasa or down dog. Down dog is where we meet. Check in your down dog. Then lift the heels, bend the knees, gaze forward, inhale. Exhale, walk, step or jump, top of mat, forward fold. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Bring your glutes down to the earth as we find our way into a half Lord of the Fish. Left leg will stay extended, right knee will be bent. Bring that right foot outside of left leg. Wrap the left arm around right leg. Inhale, find length through the spine and then twist as right hand plants on the earth behind you. Gaze beyond right shoulder, breathe here. Two more full rounds of breath. Then we release as we come back to center. Extend that right leg out. You can give it a shake. And then we'll go to the other side. Left foot plants as left knee bends. Left foot outside of right leg. You hook that left leg with right arm. Inhale, lift left arm, find length through the spine, then twist. Left hand plants behind the back. Gaze beyond left shoulder. Breathe deep. A few more rounds of breath here. Begin to release the twist. Extend through left leg. Shake it out. Then we'll cross at the ankles. Your choice of a fire log or just a simple seated position as we will fold over the legs. So your right leg is either going to be in front or it's going to be on top. Find integrity through the spine and then begin to hinge as you fold over. At this time, the breath has probably begun to slow. If not, perhaps you dig deeper to find length with those inhales and exhales. One more full round of breath here. Then we bring ourselves up. Hands come behind the body. Plant both feet on the earth. This time we're moving into a seated figure 4, so you'll bring that right ankle on top of left leg, scooch the glutes closer towards left foot. You may want to spin those fingers towards the back of the mat, and then you can find a little bit of a rock left and right. We'll come out, release the feet to the earth. This time either left foot crossed in front of the right or left leg stacked on top of the right. Find integrity through the spine and then begin to fold over.
Breathe into the belly's space. Allow the crown of the head to drop towards the earth. Begin to walk yourself up, hands behind the body. Plant the feet, left ankle on top of right leg. You can scooch the glutes closer to that right foot. Find a rock left and right in this seated figure 4. And then we'll release. Both feet are planted, knees up towards the ceiling. Locate your block, bring it alongside the hip. Arms alongside the body, tuck the chin to the chest, round through the back, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, pelvis scooped up towards the ceiling. Walk those feet closer towards the glutes. We'll set up for a supported bridge this time. If you don't have a block or would like to use more strength, then you can go into a traditional bridge. Press through the heels, begin to peel yourself up into a bridge pose. Locate your block, bring it on its lowest setting, place it on the mat and begin to lower your sacrum onto the block. You can release the arms alongside the body. Perhaps the eyes close. If hips are pretty open and you already feel like you need a bit more, you can extend one leg and then the other. If this still doesn't feel like enough, you can always plant the feet and bring the block to its next setting. Settle back body down and then try another extension. So there's, again, plenty of options in this variation. A few more rounds of breath here. If you took the supported bridge option, allowing gravity to do the work. If your legs are extended, begin to bend one knee and the other as you plant the feet, palms to the earth. If you're in the supported variation, lift the hips off the block, place the block alongside. We're all in a bridge pose now. Squeeze through the glutes, lift the heels, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Knees into the chest, give them a squeeze. You can find a rock left and right. Then when you're ready, extend one leg and then the other for final Shavasana pose. As always, you are welcome to pause the video and remain in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. If you're ready to progress, inner ankles come together, arms extend overhead, full body stretch, find length, allow low back to lift. Knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, fetal pose if it calls to you. Otherwise, rock your way up into a seated position to close out the practice. Prayer hands come to chest, thumbs press into the heart space, bow your head, take a moment, offer gratitude to yourself and to the practice. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Namaste.